Okay, so how's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and we're back with another episode of Stronghold Legends. So as you might recall in the previous episode, I was working on the third mission of the Evil campaign, and we really didn't get a whole lot done. I was under attack for most of the entire episode, and just towards the end of it, I think I finally got my feet sort of solidly planted on the ground. So what we're going to be doing from here is I'm going to continue working on building up my economy, and hopefully I'll be able to cut out some of the more boring stuff where I'm basically just going to be grinding towards building an army, for example, and then we can focus on the more interesting stuff such as actually sieging some castles. So that's the plan at the moment. We'll see how it goes going forward. But one of the things I do want is an additional tower at least to help defend against the potential of another dragon attack. So the last dragon attack, I found I didn't get rid of the dragon fast enough for my tastes. It took too long. So I'm thinking about 2, maybe 3. It depends. There was only one enemy that uses dragons, but we have sort of some extra stone. So we can put 3 easily over there. And on this left side, I think... we might actually be able to fit a third one right in there as soon as we get enough stone. Another thing I would like to do is I probably should have been working on this a long time ago. We really do need some swords. I'm going to be using swordsmen, obviously, because they're pretty much the strongest unit I have access to, as you can see here by the barracks. I would use the faction units a bit more, but the evil faction units are like some of the worst, in my opinion. For good, you have the knights. Knights are always good, even if they don't have ridiculous superpowers. For ice, you have, well, at least the queen. You have the frost giants. The white wolves can be useful for sticking on walls and stuff. And I'm trying to remember all of them. But for evil, it's like all of these units, they're just not that good. Oh, we also have a siege going on over here. We have a siege beginning over there already, but what we need to do is focus on getting some blacksmith shops up. So what I'm tempted to do here, what do I have? Fletcher. I have 4 Fletchers. I think I'm going to delete those 4 and replace them with blacksmiths. And we can always move them up higher, but really I don't think we're going to be needing that many Fletchers. Are these all Fletchers as well? Yes. What are they working on? Like, I kind of forgot. I think what we're going to do is also move these hops farms. I don't like them there. They're too close to the stockpile. I could put many more workshops that close and actually benefit more directly from it. The hops farms take up too much space to be that close. So we also need some armorers. So at least 4. And why can't I put it there? There must be somebody in the way. Whatever, we've rectified the issue. We've worked around it. So the question is then, what do I do with my hops farms? And one could fit right there. And maybe another one down over here. Ooh, not sure. If I delete the wood camp, I'm sure I could fit one in. So I'm going to delete this hop farm and that wood camp. And we're going to try to squeeze 2 hop farms here side by side and then replace the wood camp right there. And that should be a good start for us. Okay, the attack is starting to roll out against me. We do have a fair amount of food here. So I would like to build a market as soon as possible. As soon as we get the wood for it. And then that can help manage my economy automatically. I'm actually going to speed this up to 20 speed. So that should be a little bit smoother. Things should happen a little bit faster. And one of the things that you should note about these early 3-dimensional Stronghold games, so Stronghold 2 and then Stronghold Legends, is that their frame rate is actually tied to the speed at which you're playing the game. So at speed 10, the game is only running at 10 frames per second. At speed 20 frames per second, and so on. There's a lot of archers going down. Yeah, but I'm afraid we're going to lose some of our fire drakes to this catapult and mantlet right there. So I don't have access to more advanced siege equipment, which is going to limit our options in terms of how we approach these castles over here. And I would like to take out this castle first, but I'm thinking it probably is the hardest one to take out. So maybe I should save that for last when I don't have the other lords to bother me at all, right? Oh, look at that. The fire drakes are doing their thing. Well, they were until the catapults started destroying them. But that was sort of the idea I had, was that the fire drakes would help keep the ladders off the wall so we wouldn't have to worry about gatehouses and whatnot being taken over. I don't understand why these troops are not in the tower. Surely I commanded them to station up there, right? I guess not. One of the disadvantages to having swordsmen on the walls here is that the catapults can knock them off, although being so far in, I don't think that's nearly as much of a worry as over here on the edge. Another thing I'm worried about here is we're also going to be seeing a second, third, fourth, fifth, who knows, attack from our friends over here, and they generally cause a lot of damage. So I'm just wondering what would be the most effective way to deal with them, and I'm thinking maybe I could just create some stairs here or something, and that would be good enough. Or maybe I'll replicate this tower structure that I set up on the right side. It's a bit tempting, although I'm not sure I have the space for it. Maybe we'll keep it as it is. Oh, the laddermen died before they could so much as put a ladder to my walls. And maybe the Engineers Guild will come in useful now after all. If they're not going to be running around outside, we might have a place for them. So let's try it again, and we'll recruit a couple of them for good measure and see if they can get to work repairing this wall right over here. They should be able to climb right on top of the wall via the barracks. Okay, so I need to start focusing on recruiting swordsmen and the like. We have a fair amount of gold, but nothing I can really recruit anything significant with. And we have twice as many, well, almost twice as many swords as we do shields. Shields, it's called armor, I believe. Yeah, I don't know why I started calling them shields. Maybe I need to build another hovel. And okay, we have enough wood. I said I was going to build a market, but I think what I'm going to be building next is actually an additional brewery there and there. We have some attacks from this side. I believe this side is pretty much... And look at that. I was worried they would do something like that. Delete this, guys. This is why we can't have nice things, is because these idiotic engineers just... Oh, we have an enemy preparing a dragon. Good thing I fortified my towers there. So the idea behind the dragon is probably going to have something to do with this attack here. So we should be on the lookout for that. But getting back to the engineers, like I've mentioned the engineers before. I've tried using them, but you saw what they did here. I believe I deleted this wall. Maybe it was only destroyed, but I thought I deleted it. If they're rebuilding deleted walls, is there any way I can actually win in that scenario? Because they would just be continually building walls in places I don't want them. It makes them useless to me. Why would that be the case? Here, tell them to repair that. I'm not even sure if that station thing is for repairing walls. We'll see how it works. I'm skeptical. Not very optimistic about this. Maybe I should get my lord out here. He can't get out there. Well, we'll put stairs up, and then he can. I could just delete the hole in the wall. There. Now everybody can get in. Maybe I should do that. Like just create a killing pit kind of area here. It's an idea. It feels a little bit cheap, but I don't want Sir Percival to be messing with me again. I want him down, and I think the best way to do that would be to send my lord over there. Come on. Let's see what can be done. Okay, we could also put up some of these more serious killing pits, just in case we have to retreat to something. I wonder if I can just like knock his horse out from under him. That would be of value. Because the AI doesn't rebuy their horses for some reason. Not good enough. Okay, get out of there. So one of the things we learned in the previous episode is that your killing pits can actually damage your own troops, or at least kill your horse. So don't stand on them with your valuable troops like like the Lord, right? So I'm interested now with this idea of just opening up this area sort of to the enemy. What we'll see become of it, because the thing is, it's not like truly open to the keep. So will they go try to get in here, or will they just ignore it because it's not a direct path to the keep? Should I create a direct path to the keep? I'm a little bit apprehensive about taking any decisive action either way, because this is not the kind of attack that you want to experiment with. Oh, we got at least 12 swordsmen on the way. Oh, what are my engineers doing these days? Delete that wall. Okay, we do not want the swordsmen up there. I don't want them on the walls, because what will happen is a catapult will inevitably hit the walls and knock them off of it. So I'm not sure why exactly I said to station them there. No action from Sir Percival yet. But we do have Bedivere, Gawain, and Galahad advancing. It's funny how he keeps Percival in the rear. He doesn't seem to lead with him at all. But I do have quite a few. Oh, we got some healing going on there. Look at that. Not that it matters for him. He was just healing Ladderman. Oh, that's interesting. Like, he cast a spell on Sir Gawain. Because Galahad is over here. And it's Sir Gawain that gets the healing, apparently. I think we're going to be needing more armorers. So, where would one of these fit in rather nicely? Huh? Oh, I have blacksmiths workshops over there? I had no idea. I thought, what? Really? So I already did have armorers and blacksmiths up. I just increased it by another 4. Okay. Well, I'm going to expand the armorers by 1 more because apparently they're not quite as productive as the blacksmiths are. Uh-oh. That's what just happened. The minute I turned my back, Sir Percival knocked my troops off the tower, and as well as killed my horse. My kingdom for horse. No matter. Let's see what our werewolves can do against Sir Percival. Do not attack Percival. I'm serious. Only attack Percival. Ignore Galahad. Oh, they're within range. Within range of the tower, which is going to suck because they have virtually no armor. That's always a bad thing. Yeah, it's one of those things. Didn't turn out very well, did it? Took away a little bit of his health, but he's going to run off like a coward again, because he is. He attacks from a distance, very much like myself here, in regards to my crossbowmen. I'm going to have to get some more crossbowmen recruits, obviously, because a whole bunch of them just got killed. So is this attack officially over with yet or not? Not a single one of those troops reached this area. So in regards to more fun things, I think we should attack this guy over here first. And my idea is that what we're going to be doing here is trying to remove the mangonel, post-haste. So maybe we'll get some... That's an interesting question. Like, do I try to take the I mean, I could just use werewolves, potentially. Or do I just take the whole tower out using catapults? I do like the catapult idea. Catapults aren't quite as powerful in Stronghold Legends, I guess, as they used to be in games like Stronghold Crusader. In Stronghold Crusader, you take 20 catapults, you could really rip down castles at an amazing rate. That's not as much the case in Stronghold Legends. The damage that catapults can do is a little bit tempered, especially in contrast to the towers. So I'm going to see if I can bait Sir Percival with my lord here. It's a bit of a risky proposition, but I want to get them within range. I want to offer him something tantalizing to get him to come hither and thither. Maybe he'll even step on a trap and kill himself. All sorts of possibilities open up when they come within range, firing range of my crossbowmen. Come on, die. Die! Will the crossbowmen kill him? Yes, they did, before they actually hit the killing traps, the killing pits. So there are man traps and there are killing pits. The killing pits are the large ones and the man traps are the small ones. The benefit to using killing pits is that simply having laddermen run over them is not going to trigger it. It requires a unit with a more substantial amount of hit points, basically. I don't know the exact formula that is used to calculate it, but I think pretty much anything, like even a pikeman walking over one will probably activate it, so it's really not the best solution against a lot of troops. Like any decent sized attack, it's pretty meaningless. And it also might deal more damage. I'm not sure about that either. How is it we have so much hops and so little ale? Clearly, we can afford to build more brewers. 9 idle peasants should be sufficient. Let's buy more armor. How many swordsmen? 51. I think with 100 we could do something. It'd be nice to attack just after they've finished with one attack against me. Another possibility is instead of going after the mangonel over there, if we could just sneak over onto this side of the wall, get my swordsmen right up on this wall, marching directly into the keep. I don't think mangonels can knock my troops off of a keep. I could be wrong about that. It'll be interesting to see regardless. I haven't played this game enough to really test the mangonels hitting keeps. But the mangonels can be rather costly. They hit all the right troops, right? So that attack wasn't nearly as catastrophic as it's been in the past. He didn't use his dragon. I wonder why. You can see the egg is still ready. Still being prepared. Well, it is fully prepared. So if, for those of you who are not aware how dragons work, once you recruit a dragon, you really only recruit the egg. And you have to wait for the egg to fully mature before you can hatch it. So there will be like a progress bar, a bit like my Lord's werewolf power. And once it fully charges up, once it fully turns green, you'll then be able to click on it and actually hatch the dragon. And dragons, they are quite volatile. They stay around in this world for a limited amount of time, even if they don't take damage. They will. Oh, and here comes the dragon. He just did it. I believe he just did it. It's got to be a dragon. No, he just recruited he just recruited all of his knights again. Okay. Yeah, but that's similar to what you would see with the dragon, except the dragon would actually pop up. But getting back to the bigger point, you can't have a dragon around just for the fun of it. It has a very specific purpose, and if you don't use it, it will just basically go to waste once you have hatched it. So you don't want to hatch it until you're ready to use it. It's the long and short of it, I guess. Okay, we're out of space in our stockpile. Yes, indeed. Okay. Time to build that market, it looks like then. Here we go. Yeah, I have enough wood. Sounds good. Start selling. That 3 looks like an 8. I'd say 150 should be more than enough in the vast majority of situations. So that should get us a bit more gold. 51,000, not 51,000, 5,100 to 6,700. The great thing about swordsmen is they can take a beating. Like, even if they get knocked back by the mangonel a bit, they can continue, albeit not quite as effectively, but they can continue. They'll get back up unless they get knocked through a wall, which I really wish the game didn't work that way, because that can really, really suck. Like, if you're walking your units along a wall and they get knocked off and they hit another wall, they'll just disappear, even if they originally weren't supposed to. I would have liked to see it where maybe they just take double damage, because, they hit one wall and then they hit the ground. I think taking double damage would have been a lot more fair than just immediately killing them. It's like, what units should we use to defend our swordsmen? And at the moment, I'm using archers. I'll probably have some crossbowmen as well. That'll be important because this guy does use, what is his name? He's just Warlord 1. He does use some swordsmen, so that might be valuable, but I would hope that my swordsmen could deal with them. So the bigger issue is generally the range that's associated with troops that might try to snipe my swordsmen en route and whatnot. Don't tell me my engineers died. Apparently they might have. I don't know what they're doing. Like, I look at this wall over here and it's not repaired. Why are my engineers not repairing it? Are they too busy doing nonsense over here? I see this is rebuilt, even though I wanted it deleted. Stop doing that. Honestly, what are these guys' problem? Oh, we have a dragon at long last. There it is. So we saw one in the previous episode. Here is another one once again. You think the 3 dragon ballistas will be able to take this guy out in a timely manner? I think they miss a lot. Oh, it actually knocked a couple archers off. I didn't know the dragon could do that. Okay, look at that health go down. Get that health down. As long as he sticks to this one tower, I would be happy. Yeah, that's more like it. And so these archers are taking a lot of damage, unfortunately, but compared to the cost of a dragon, I think that's a fair price to pay. There's one thing I don't like, it's continually having to resupply towers. I find that a little bit tedious. But we have a whole bunch of gold. Of course, it will cost me gold to actually recruit siege equipment, so let's not be a little bit too ahead of ourselves here. And now we have 74 swordsmen, so let's at least get those on the walls over here. And we can do something with that, hopefully. So the crossbowmen I think are good for defense, but for offense, I think I'd rather have archers. Maybe I'll change my mind, but at the moment, I'm thinking archers. I like their speed. So we should have about 80 swordsmen now. And look at that, right there's an engineer actually repairing the wall for once, which is what I hired him to do. Too bad they can't repair defenses. Like think about it like RimWorld. If I could set this up where there's like a home area that I say always repair defenses in this area, and then they would copy everything that I have originally placed down that I haven't deleted, right? That would be the key thing. So if I have the drakes down, for example, they would replace the fire drake without, you know, me having to do anything about it. But at the same time, if I deleted the fire drake, they would no longer replace it. Maybe that is what happened over here, because I don't see them repairing these walls anymore. Apparently those walls were knocked down by enemy troops, and then that's why they repaired them. I don't think they'll repair walls that I deleted, now that I'm looking at this a little bit more. Which is a good thing. It means that they actually have utility in the game. Because, oh, we are already ready for another attack, aren't we? Look at that. What I need is, too bad I don't have like some trebuchets or something to smash into it with. I really don't think I have access to anything besides the stake hurlers. I should get them out here though. Why is it trapped? Can it not get through here? Yeah, it can go outside. So maybe what I can do is I'll just stick a siege camp out here in front. I've noticed they never really seem to get this far. So let's put one there and hire a few stake hurlers and get them out here in front and see what kind of damage they can do. Now the stake hurlers can be really fun to remove troops off of towers. So I might, oh, look at this, a double attack. I might have to use the stake hurlers though to get some troops off the towers. We'll see. They don't knock knights back, I don't think though. Oh, that's another important thing. Can knights actually get knocked off of walls? Now that I think about this, I'm not sure that a knight can get knocked off a wall. I know when a stone hits them on a field, they just take damage, don't they? They don't actually fly. They don't get knocked back. So maybe they don't get knocked off of walls either then. Oh yeah. Dehorsed both of those boys. Unfortunately, Sir Percival looms in the background. Can't access him. Stake hurlers are very deadly when used properly. And the AI is good at using them properly. Or so it seems. Get Bedivere, if you can. I'd like to see his horse removed. Waiting for him to remove a wall. Here we go. You have walls removed over here. Let's repair. He has more range, I think, than the player does. I mean, where was he? I think he just ran over here and got killed. But he was like way over here, and he was able to reach this wall. Can they usually do that? Like, if I had Bedivere, I don't think I could do that with him. Sir Putzeville is still lurking in the back. Uh-oh. I was just about to get them off the wall because I kind of realized I was going to be hit with catapults. But it was too late. Is the catapult gone? Nope. So they find new and invigorating ways to test my... Oh, okay, get him. Shoot at him now. Here, let's get some werewolves out there. It's too late. It really is. Yeah. He knocked all the troops off. He also knocked my horse off of my lord. Oh, that's nice. I accidentally shot my own werewolves. That kind of sucks. My own stake hurlers working against me. Traitors. So I noticed there were some ladders that actually got up over here. The stockpile is full. My goodness. We'll have to put down some traps then, shall we? That's kind of nice that the fire drakes over here can actually set this part on fire. So I really don't even need fire drakes on this wall, because the fire drakes next to it can actually blow fire through it, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but yeah, I'm grateful for it anyway. It's one of the positive elements that I would disagree with in theory. It's one of the positive elements for me. How was Sir Percival not dead? He had so little health, didn't he? Guess nobody just focused on shooting at him. Yeah, so I was just waiting for that to be done with so I can put some of these killing pits up. We can use our extra wood for this. And the great thing is, the laddermen should not trip them at all. Why is the stockpile still full? Like, I see all these guys. Oh, we're all out of iron. Oh, okay. Well, let's make sure that we buy enough. So we have 11 on... Wait, I don't want to sell it, though. 11 on hand and auto sell off. I'm pretty sure we're doing all we can, yeah. Our iron mines are bare, so it's just we're using a lot of iron. It's still cheaper to buy iron and make it into swords and shields, or... I keep saying shields, swords and armor, than it would be to simply buy the swords and armor, right? So since I have the industry and the infrastructure already in place, it makes sense to rather invest in that direction rather than simply buying. Here, this is what I should just do. Just delete the hole in the wall. Why didn't I do this before? Just delete a hole in the wall, and they'll walk through that. And look, none of the traps were triggered, even for the pikemen. Okay, I wasn't sure if the pikemen would trigger it. Apparently they don't. Like, one pikeman is not enough. So one of the unfortunate things is that I can't actually build my siege camp in enemy territory. That would make things too easy. But it would be cool if you could take your engineers and have them construct a siege camp in enemy territory. A bit like the original games were, right? So I'm sort of on board with the whole idea of being able to mass recruit from a siege camp. But I think it would be nice if you weren't just limited to building a siege camp in your own territory, because that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're going to be sieging a castle, you're not going to keep going back to your currently owned land to get more siege equipment. In general, the siege equipment was usually assembled at the walls of the castle that you actually want to take, right? Because it's a bit of a hassle to lug around a siege tower and battering rams with your army. It just makes more sense to build them when you actually need them. So that's one of the things I really didn't get, is why exactly, while we had a great system for the original Stronghold, you know, basically you could build them out in the field, that it was changed apparently for Stronghold Legends, especially, where you couldn't build in territories that you didn't own. You couldn't build the siege camp in territories you didn't own, even though, thinking about it logically, you should be able to. So that's why I had this idea, you know, why not give the engineers another use where you would need a couple engineers to actually build your siege camp. But then once you have it built, you can build it pretty much anywhere that, you know, it has legitimate terrain to build it on. And then you could actually hire recruits from it. So at the same time, you know, the person defending, they still have the option to, or the opportunity to destroy the siege camp by destroying the engineers that get there. It's not like I can just plop down a siege camp in the middle of your castle and immediately start wreaking havoc on your economy, right? I have to get my engineers within range. So I think that it's not easily exploitable, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we should attack from this side instead. I just don't like dealing with mangonels. Like, in the past, you used to be able to take your lord's units and spawn them on top of walls. Apparently the patch fixed that, because I can't do it anymore. I've tried doing it because that's one of my favorite ways to get rid of the mangonel, is to like run your lord up to it and then spawn down your unique units on top of that tower, and then they'll destroy the mangonel. So many times now it's happened where I've spawned them dead center on that tower, and they still end up, oh my goodness, they usually end up to the outside of the wall, I believe. It looks like those last swordsmen are not going to be allowed in. So we have another attack coming already. The positive side to attacking from the west of this castle is we have a much shorter walk to get from our siege camp to the actual walls. So I might do that after all. Oh, we also need to replace our troops that we lost from this tower due to Sir Putzeville. So I guess we're going to be marching back. We're going to be marching north again. Oh, the ladders can go up because I don't have my fire drakes here. Yeah, I forgot about replacing them after that whole debacle with Bedivere. Because that's another thing I have to worry about is, will I have to fend off an attack against me with my offensive army? Hey, look, there's Merlin. I've never understood the way the AI manages the wizards or the sorcerers or the Ice Queen. They usually just march them out into the middle of the fray, right? So like right here, he's going to send Merlin out all on his lonesome. Why? Why would you do that? Okay, I think we can replace our fire drakes, at least to some extent there. There we go. Okay, that siege is over with. Let's get our 86 swordsmen moving. Then we have another 23 over here that we actually might be able to get there in time as well for a siege. Oh, looks like we have another attack coming from our favorite lord number 3. Yeah, he's attacking for sure. Let's get our stake hurler. Oh, what? Already? Holy smokes, this guy is being aggressive. Might actually be able to get some troops on after he destroys them. Yes, run into a pit, please. Please, Sir Percival, just a little bit further. No, don't go kitty corner on me. No, don't go kitty corner. Come on, step on it. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, Sir Bedivere is going to cause me a headache again. Here, everybody shoot at Bedivere. I really want you to shoot at Bedivere. Let's see if we can bring him down before he does anything. Anything stupid. So did he bring any of my walls down? No. Apparently not. So my killing pits worked after all, providing we have a hyper-aggressive Sir Percival, which is something I really can't rely on because the past several times he's not been hyper-active. So this attack is pretty much... Oh, okay, we wanted to know about pikemen. So apparently if 2 pikemen stand on a trap, they die. But if 1 pikeman runs over them, no problem. So it's pretty cool. And make sure that people just can't send out feelers with their pikemen, basically. Okay, so I wanted to focus on my siege, right? How come I can't... Our army is at its maximum size. Are you kidding me? I can't recruit any catapults then? Yeah. Huh. What am I going to do about this? Well, we could disband these guys. How did I end up letting my army get so big? We can get rid of the men-at-arms, and we have a whole bunch of extra population now. So what do we want? Let's try some catapults first. It's 14, 21. 21 should be sufficient. Let's see if we can get... Oh, okay. Our army is now at its maximum size, okay. Well, there's never been a better time to attack then, has there been? So getting rid of some of these lords would probably ease the burden. Well, I was going to ease some burden, but now I can't think of what I was going to say. I don't want to get my swordsmen in the way of that mangonel. Maybe I could distract them with my archers or something. I wouldn't really mind losing some of those. And then we could recruit some laddermen. So this siege is still ongoing. Oh, look at that. Another siege ready from Orange. Barely got the majority of my swordsmen over here. And he's going to pull those guys right through it, isn't he? Should I bring my lord along? Where is he? He's right there. He can get out here pretty quickly. The big question is, which way did the archers go? Okay, I think we're safe. Because it would be easy enough for me to run my werewolves up that wall. You know, the stairs are right next to it. So I'm going to get my archers over here in the quarry area, just to see if I can distract the mangonel. See if I can get the mangonel to target my archers. I think once they're locked... Ooh, that's something I hadn't considered. Let's get the lord over here. I'm pretty sure the mangonels target the lord exclusively. So if we can get them to aggro onto the lord, then we can prevent a whole bunch of damage happening to my army. So let's go ahead and give that a try. Besides, all of our swordsmen still aren't in place yet, so it's okay. Well, yeah, this siege is still continuing, and we have a siege over here. If I had continued waiting for an end to the sieges, I obviously would never make any progress. Come on, lord. We have business in the quarry. I'm hoping I can hide against the wall or something. They'll still target me. I see him winding up. Can I get him to aggro me? How close do I have to be? Okay, that's close enough, apparently. Oh, boy. Maybe that's a little bit in the wrong place. Oop, we have archers shooting. Get rid of that quarry. Nope, apparently that's not going to work. Yeah, there goes all the archers, eh? Well, I was never much of a siege master anyway. Let's see if we can bring it down. That is a lot of stone. But I need my swordsmen in position. As you can see, the towers do not come down nearly as easily. Only half down, to give you an idea. And I also have to be careful about my lord. If we remove the tower, I might be able to march my swordsmen directly in there. Yeah, I think we... Yeah, a couple of my swordsmen got knocked back. Oh, so there goes some more. Come on, bring it down, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Here, let's bring the log down, the log trap. How is the battle over here? Okay, it seems to be all taken care of. Okay, well, let's bring the barracks down. Bring it down. Catapults, still pretty effective. We have to make sure we get it, though, before those rotten engineers finish me off. I don't want them closing the hole here. Need to keep it open. Yeah, the barracks is almost down. Okay, let's see what we can do about these archers there. And bring the armory down. Next. So this seems to be a pretty valid tactic, providing you can keep out of the range of the mangonel. Okay, I definitely don't want my catapults shooting at my swordsmen. That's not... I would rather them not shoot at all. So I think we're going to actually get a victory here. I mean, things are looking pretty good so far. I can't imagine the kind of card you'd have to pull out to prevent this from happening. Let's get the swordsman in the keep. Speeding it up to 30. The armory's down. So I think in the future we'll still be using this the catapult technique. I mean, the biggest danger is that he'd send something out to skirmish with it. So as long as we prevent that from happening, if we can defend them a little bit, I think that's what we will use against this guy over here. I would use the minimap, but the minimap is simply terrible in Stronghold Legends. It doesn't work like it does in Civilization. Basically, Civilization you could grab it and drag around. In this one, you can't drag it around. You have to click on it. I mean, you can kind of do it, but oh man, I just like the ability to drag the minimap so much better. So that was one of my big problems in Stronghold Crusader 2, is I believe the enemy rebuilt their castle faster than they do in this one. Oh wait, get the swordsman. So the problem then being is that you have a castle that rebuilds so quickly that you can't effectively carve a hole in it like this. There's a knight. Keeping in mind, we have our lord. Our lord is actually going to be engaging the swordsman. I think he'll be fine. All of our other swordsmen are well on their way to, you know, capturing the keep. Okay, let's see here. What's he looking like? Swordsman looks is almost dead. There we go. Hardly damaged the lord at all. A one-on-one fight, knight versus swordsman. Yeah, you don't have anything to worry about. And besides, the lord does automatically heal over time. So there are our swordsmen doing a very good job. They're making their way in there. We don't have too much firing at us because obviously we destroyed the barracks, so he's not going to be recruiting like a maniac. And it looks like Sir Percival, he's got all the knights back on this side. But it'd be nice not to have to worry about an attack coming from this side, like when I start setting up my attack over here. How do we still have wall problems? It's that siege camp. It's still sending out laddermen, apparently. So I guess we can reuse our catapults. I mean, we have 10,000 gold. I think we'll speed this up to 40 just to get this over with. So 40 is the speed that you're supposed to plan. It's like the default speed, and there's the barracks is back. But I think at this point, it's pretty much over for him. Let's be fair. I mean, if we manage to kill the Lord here. Yep, there we go. The Lord fell. So now we just have to capture the keep. And our first estate. We've captured it. Okay. Making some good progress there. Let's get all these units back over on this side. And it looks like we're gearing up for another attack from our favorite Lord. So the big question is, like, do we go for this castle next? Or do we actually want to take out my most fearsome opponent? I'm personally a bit in favor of the fearsome opponent approach. I have to say, I would like him out of the way. You know what I mean? He's a bit annoying, right? I think we can all agree. The full-on attacks are a bit aggravating. We do have 101 swordsmen here, and we still have 21 catapults. So if I approached from about this direction, pretty much head on, maybe right after he finishes his attack here, we might be in a very good position. Or I could just go ahead and march all the way over here. The one problem with this castle is the attack is rather narrow. I'm still not exactly sure how I will approach. I'll probably need more mantlets to help protect my catapults from the archer fire. But I would prefer to focus on this one over here. Another option that we can take is simply getting ladders onto this wall and like taking over this tower here. The danger is that his mangonel... I think we should take over the tower first, though. The danger is his mangonel can still fire at me, but I can get a few swordsmen and some crossbows up here. And hopefully they won't fire on that. They won't see that as too much of a threat. That would allow me a little bit more control over the battlefield. I'm going to put 4 swordsmen in that keep. And probably a few archers. Just in case he decides to harass that estate with something small. Let's pull back a little bit here. I don't want any attention from this attack. So what do we have going on with Percival? Slow us down a little bit. We don't have any of our good stuff anymore. He might run into a trap. He might. Maybe not. He doesn't seem to be attacking right now. You have quite a few traps up. Okay, he's lost his horse. That gives me more hope that he can be killed. Let's try to focus on him exclusively, if at all possible. Yeah, look at that. Health down about 50% already. Those crossbowmen do deal a fair amount of damage to knights. We also do need our swordsmen in position for when this attack is over with, because that's when I would like to launch a counteroffensive. And he has fallen. So now the next priority would be Bedivere. Can we say something? Can we do something to Bedivere? To egg him on? To get him to attack me? So I'm recruiting 9 mantlets. I'm going to add them to my stack with the catapults. Just as a little bit of extra protection. And what else do we have? Do we have some werewolves around here? I think I'll send the werewolves along with the catapults. Whatever is left of the werewolves anyway. Not much. How did our swordsmen fare? Like, I'm looking at them. They look in really good condition. There are just a few of them. Wait, let me see here. Yeah, just a few of them have lost a significant amount of health. And we should set our estate here to produce something. Let's produce iron. Does estate have iron? I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah. We could use some more iron. So that's what they'll be working on. Delivering it to me. Oh, we have so much ale. I should really increase my rations to double and tax for the extra. Okay. So it looks like Percival and the guy with the shield, Galahad. Both of them have kicked the bucket. I'm also going to need some laddermen. And our army's at its maximum size. Look at that. Only managed to get 4 laddermen out. So I wonder, could I pull troops from somewhere else? So get rid of that tower. We don't need it. I mean, if he hasn't managed to breach it by now, I don't think anybody is going to. Disband those guys, and let's see if we can get some more laddermen here. Okay, we have 7 laddermen now. That might do the job. We also might want a couple stake hurlers, though. So let's see if we can disband something else. Disband that. Let's disband some of the swordsmen on this gatehouse. And okay, we got 4 stake hurlers. So we're going to use the stake hurlers to get these archers off the tower so I can get within range with my laddermen without them getting mown down, because I would use the siege tower, but you know, we don't have access to a siege tower. It's rather interesting. Like, this mission has the enchanted orbs. We can use them even though they're not supposed to be accessible to us. Like, those are a unit that are generally only available to the good faction, so King Arthur can use them. So this is a little bit of a custom skirmish here that we have going, but I thought that was a little bit odd. Otherwise, I'm a big proponent of siege towers over laddermen. Laddermen have always been. Oh, look! Here comes Merlin. Finally, in time for the siege. Usually, he's very late to the siege, but I guess he says a wizard is never late, doesn't he? Not Gandalf. I forget what Merlin says, but a wizard is never late. That would explain a lot of his philosophy. His idea that he can just go marching into the middle of a castle's defenses. Oh, and there he fell into one of the killing pits. Oh, Merlin. Let's see if we can knock some of these pikemen back, since they're standing there like such convenient targets. Let's see what we can do. Oh, yeah. As you can see, they didn't take much damage from getting knocked back, much like swordsmen. They're relatively resilient to a catapult, or stake hurlers. You know, be it either one. But they just got knocked into the camp. And that is the part I don't like. Like, I don't think those units simply getting knocked into a camp should finish them off for good. When you see how little of their health actually is deducted when they fall on the ground, when they get knocked on the ground, they don't lose much health. And yet, if I knock them into the camp, all of a sudden they're just completely done for. They can't stand up against it at all. It just knocks out all of their health. It kills them instantly. I don't think that's a good way to do it. Okay, it's a little bit iffy. Let's save, by the way. Our stockpile is still full, huh? Do we really make that much wood? I guess so. 504 already. Well, I would love this attack to be over so I could place some of them. I don't just want to sell my wood, because putting up these killing pits is very effective. It's one of the best uses I can think of for this excess wood. And it doesn't take much either. Oh, we have pikemen on the march. Let's retreat. Oh, they might actually walk in the same... No, they probably won't. In the same trap. That would have saved us. Where are the werewolves? Here, I'll send my lord out here. Ah, one of the pikemen is down. Somebody engage that pikeman. Oh, he's almost dead. Okay. I declare this siege to be over. Let's move in. Speed this up a little bit. And also, let's get these laddermen on hand. So one of the big dangers about attacking this guy is he will be recruiting his knights again. So he could actually knock a whole lot of our units back with Sir Percival. So just that's something to be cautious about. 3 and 4. Okay, start shooting. So let's see what you can take off. Oh, that was pretty good. So one of the things is, like, if I could get my lord on top of this tower, how would that affect things? We at least want a few of our swordsmen on top of there, though. Come on, get that archer. Oh, he just recruited Sir Bedivere, and there's Sir Galahad, and there is Sir Gawain. Yeah, so he has the knights again. Okay, get this archer. But I'm sending more stakes. Here, let's get these swordsmen right up to the wall. So the archers die instantly when they land, but the crossbowmen do not. I would like to maintain control over that tower, and I think I might be able to do that with a few swordsmen. Okay, let's get these ladders on the walls now. Oh boy. We've attracted the attention of the mangonel. So that's not a good thing. Can you get that archer? He's causing trouble. Oh joy. We have a whole bunch of macemen coming out to meet us. Get the macemen. What on earth are those macemen doing? I mean, aside from attacking me. So this is becoming a bit of a fiasco, I have to admit. Like, Sir Percival is my biggest concern. Where is he? Right there he is. Because he could knock out... Like, I have a lot of an army here. Maybe I should separate it a bit. I'm not sure. That is my concern. Like, he can knock the whole thing back, right? Such a bad deal. Oh, can we actually get on the walls? I would like to be on the walls, if at all possible. But my laddermen are now fighting an archer. Is that all of my laddermen? No, we still have a few more. Okay. Get on the walls. Unbelievable. We need our swordsmen on those walls. Oh look, here comes another archer to push the ladders off before I can do anything about it. Get that archer. Ah, we are on the walls. No, on the second thought, stop firing. You knock all my swordsmen off. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was a bad decision. Apparently just that amount of swordsmen will trigger the thingamajig. Whatever that thing is called. Oh my goodness, the mangonel. I don't know why I was drawing a blank. Okay, well, I'm sick of dilly-dallying around with this stupid tower thing. So do whatever you want to do. I'm just going to attack anyway. Oh, look at that. He's bringing his own walls down. Well, I mean, as long as they're distracted, maybe I can send some catapults over. Who knows? Probably not, to be honest, though. We shall see how this goes. I don't think it's going to go very well. Like, how far? I have to get considerably closer, and then there are all these knights running around. Oh, there go my swordsmen. They weren't even being aimed at, and they went anyway. There goes more of my swordsmen. How do you like me now? Bring down more of my swordsmen. The mangonel is so inaccurate, it's deadly. Yeah, this is not going to go good. I don't know what those knights are doing. They're being really ridiculous, though. As a matter of fact, we should just build another siege camp over here. So what am I going to do about this? Like, if we do knock the tower down, I should attack immediately. And it looks like there's a possibility that that'll happen. Yeah, okay, we're marching. We only got one shot. I can't believe they're so bad at it. As a matter of fact, I mean, they are really bad. How did they not intercept? Whoa, we have our hero. Get rid of Percival, the loser. Really don't like Percival, in case you haven't noticed. Ah, Percival. I don't like you. Yeah! Take that, Sir Percival's horse. We really can't do much else to him, to be honest. Maybe what I should do is, like, split up my swordsman army here a little bit to minimize damages. Werewolves, stay back. I don't need you causing me trouble. Get rid of these archers on that tower. Let's see if we can get these archers out of here with the catapults. Swordsman, attack Sir Percival. I'm going to be aiming at Sir Gawain now. Still have 3 werewolves left. See if they can take out one more pikeman. And I'm also going to get my lord in here. Aim at Sir Galahad next. Okay, on second thought, he's no longer there. Aim at these archers. Ha, and then the archers leave. Well played, my friend. Well played. Okay, start getting these swordsmen in. Really think it was a good idea to remove that tower. Is Percival dead? He might be. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, let's see if we can get into the keep along with these swordsmen. But we're going to hold back a few. And hold back 4. And my lord is going to try to kill that archer. Okay. Catapults. Stop. Before you destroy my units. A little bit worried here. We're taking a lot of damage. We haven't gotten very far. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start removing more stuff. Time to remove that tower. Okay, we know what we're going to do. Let's see if we can recruit some more swordsmen. Okay. Set these guys up, rally there, and 3. Okay. Yeah, we're getting bogged down a little bit here. Not a good thing, overall. Let's see. What can I do? I need to turn off a whole bunch of industries. Should have been recruiting earlier. I'm losing a lot of swordsmen. Let's try to advance a little bit more here. I would like to remove the barracks. That would be quite powerful. I mean, we still have a good force here. Let's not sell ourselves a little bit too short yet. I'm just a little bit worried about what he can recruit. Yeah, I mean, okay, wait. How did that happen? How the hell did that happen? What can we do? Let's try to spawn... let's see if the werewolves... no, and they don't. Worthless. That's what I'm telling you, though. I've mentioned it before. Utterly worthless. Get up on the keep right now. Oh my goodness, I hate those mangonels, man. Can't tell you how much I hate the damn things. They're so destructive. Where are my swordsmen? Here we go. 4 of them. And a lot of the destruction is by accident. Like, they'll aim at something, of course they'll miss it, but they'll hit things that are like twice as valuable. What are you doing? Get out here. Get back here. Okay, we're good. Well, they're fighting a valiant battle up there. Apparently those macemen have a real bloodlust for archers, don't they? Okay, we were going to destroy a gate until we were so rudely interrupted. Oh, and we're being rudely interrupted again by King Arthur's Keep. Get rid of that. I don't need him recruiting any more knights. Down to 44 swordsmen. Better than none. We still have a chance. Let's recruit some more. Have any of them reached the rally point? Yes, indeed. Okay, let's send these over just in case. Down to 36. I think we destroyed the Lord. Now it's just a matter of capturing the keep, if that's possible. Let's see if we can remove this tower here. We'll be one step closer to keeping his barracks out of the play. How are the swordsmen doing? 33, 32. They're fighting valiantly, but they do have to fight off some knights. But as long as we can keep him in this position and continue to weaken him, I think there's a very good chance that we could finish this battle for good. We need to get rid of the barracks. Oh no, not a swordsman. Oh look, they rebuilt that damn tower. Swordsman, get the archer. Let's get rid of this tower. Okay, that tower's down. Let's see if we can get the barracks. 'Twas a valiant fight. And we have range. Okay. Get my lord back his horse. Yeah, take a look at that. I don't want my catapults to start firing until my swordsmen are past the point. Down to 22. And the barracks are down. That's a valuable contribution. Let's see if we can start getting our swordsmen into play here. A little bit worried. Lord, why are you not attacking that guy? Get rid of him. He's destroying my stuff. Swordsman, engage that swordsman. What has gone on here? Down to 17. My goodness, it is a brutal fight. Even without the barracks. The Lord is indeed under attack. What else do we have? Bring more swordsmen. He can't keep supplying forever if we get rid of all the swordsmen. I mean his barracks, yeah. Swordsman, get in there. Fight for your country. Whoop, 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 whoop. What do we have here? Get rid of that. That needs to go. Okay, it's already gone. Now we can bring this tower down. Catapults. Fire here. Oh, we have victory. Holy smokes, I didn't expect it to happen, but it sure as hell did. 8 swordsmen left. I wasn't even paying attention for the countdown. 8 swordsmen. How about that? Wow, that was close. Okay, you guys can stop firing as well. So all is clear on this side now. We just have that one lord left. Okay then. Well, we can pull pretty much everything off of our walls on this side. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. So the question is, like, how do we want to go about assaulting this? I'm thinking a lot of mantlets. It's really going to be the only thing that can... Does he have any mangonels? No, he doesn't. Yeah, so it's just these logs there and the archers in the tower. But we need more swordsmen, so we need to start recruiting first. Unfortunately, we have quite a few weapons, but I'm going to be buying more plate armor. And we can actually speed this up quite nicely now, because his attacks I've never had to really defend against. How are our catapults looking? All these well, not all of them. A couple of them are in bad shape. Let's disband that one and that one. Continue recruiting. Wow, we have a lot of gold. Probably should have managed that better. When I get caught up in the heat of a siege, I sometimes neglect my economy. Get as many of these swordsmen over here as possible. I'm not really sure it's worth getting the catapults. Maybe we'll just disband them and then rehire them. It's only 13. So, things are going pretty good. I'm also going to drag all the archers and crossbows over there. It's 54 archers there. 60 crossbowmen here. It's quite a few units. I wonder how he will handle the pressure. Ideally, this is the lord that I think I would usually remove first. The biggest difficulty is this very narrow path here, but I think we have the kind of troops to handle it. Yeah, he also spams a lot of men-at-arms, and men-at-arms can be deadly in their own single-shot way. And I might as well get my lord over here as well. We could use werewolves and like a werewolf launcher. That would be cool, but I would have to re-gear my entire army to make it work. Although I did have the opportunity after I lost all of my swordsmen, I have to admit. My army is at its... Oh, come on. I hardly even... I mean, do I even have as many swordsmen? I have like 90. Okay, maybe I do have as many swordsmen. Yeah, 123. I guess that is enough. Huh. Well, that was a bit unfortunate. I don't like the maximum size business. It seems so arbitrary how it is implemented. I imagine there was a performance reason for doing it, but it always seems to crop at the most inconvenient times. Like, I never even heard a warning that my army was close to the maximum size. It just says your army is at its maximum size, which means now I have to disband something to make room for the troops I want to hire. So I guess we're disbanding crossbows. Put up my siege camp. Oh, that's right. I can't build it in here. Damn it. Okay. Just delete a big hole in the wall. How about that then? There we go. How many mantlets? We got 23. That might be enough. The problem is I don't have enough catapults now. I'm down to 13. So I need more. Well, let's disband some stuff. Disbanding archers. crossbows. Okay, we got another 13 catapults, so that makes 26, I think. Where are my other ones? Where are my cats at? Come on. Yeah, okay, we got 26. So that's looking pretty good. One of the biggest dangers here is actually going to be the logs rolling down the hill. I think once we get past that, we can knock a hole in it relatively easily. So I'll probably send like a little troop of swordsmen forward first, and then trip that, and then we'll just move on from there. Yeah. Now, one of the nice things about having these towers isolated as well is I can click select all units, and it won't pull them from those towers because they can't get out of them, right? Big fan of that, I have to say. I'm really disappointed, though, that I can't spawn my lord's troops on top of walls anymore. I found that to be an invaluable tactic. And one of the few things you could do well, like having werewolves as a special power is not all that great. Okay. Let's get these crossbowmen in position here. Archers on the other side. Of course, we want our swordsmen. Let's bring those up as well. Might have an attack being launched relatively soon. So I'd like the swordsman in front to take some of the damage. I'd like to see him launch one more attack before I attack. That way I know he's relatively cleaned out and he's not going to attack me in the middle of me attacking him. He likes marching his men-at-arms around, but I don't see him doing much of anything else. And having a troop of men-at-arms... well, I could use archers, I suppose. Nah, they would die too quickly. I need something to distract the logs there. I think swordsmen are going to be the best bet for that. I wish he would attack. I'm ready for him to attack. In the meantime, let's have the market automatically sell some wood. 200. Okay. Oh, wait. We might actually have something here. I'm a little bit short on beverages at the moment. We have some laddermen, though. I'm just going to speed this up as fast as it'll go. Maybe he'll attack me, maybe he won't. We'll see. Okay, I have an idea. I am going to be deleting a path to my keep. Here you go. You were waiting for it, now you have it. Now will you attack? I was hoping now that he has direct access to the keep, it would incentivize him. But apparently not. Okay, well, if that's the way it's going to be then, I don't see him attacking. Let's begin the siege. I'm going to be sending 30 swordsmen out in front. So here we go. So hopefully the logs will tip for those swordsmen. I'm not going to move the catapults past us because I know those logs can roll quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull them back a little bit. Continue on. Okay, there we go. The logs have been released. Let's get the catapults into position. Let's get the rest of the swordsmen to come up there. Okay, once the catapults are within range, hit it. Come on, come on. You can do it. I know you can do it. Bring it down. Bring it down. Okay, time to bring up archers. And crossbows. Okay. We're good. Start targeting the walls. Blow it up. Also target those, that wooden platform over there. Okay, stop firing. Let's get the archers and the crossbows on the walls as quickly as possible. If possible, anyway. Oh wait, we can actually target that tower. Let's bring these catapults up. It's probably a very bad idea to send my crossbowmen in like that. Oh, the barracks is down. It's a valuable contribution. I really wish this tower would fall, though. Okay, well, it's gonna fall any minute now. Let's get the swordsman in there. Let's get this tower down. Since obviously nothing else is gonna take it down. Wait. Catapults. Move up. I'd like to get rid of that tower, if you please. Set swordsman to aggressive. I would just shoot at this tower, this tall tower here, but I'm afraid I'd hit my swordsman with the mist projectiles, so we're taking out the bastion tower first. See what if I can do something with my crossbowmen here besides let them be useless. Okay, bastion tower is out. I guess let's try targeting the tall tower then. I'm a little bit worried some of my swordsmen are going to get hit. Matter of fact, pull my swordsmen off to the side here. But I do want that tower down. Because they're shooting at me yet. Here. Crossbowmen can stop there. Shoot at something. There we go. Not nearly as intimidating as they appeared at first, were they? March to the keep. And let's finish this. Let's bring the catapults in. Let's knock that church down, perhaps. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. Bring it down. Oh, look, there's an archer way up on top of that hill over there. Shoot it. Can you shoot it? Yeah, this guy was a pushover compared to the guy that used Sir Lancelot and the rest of the knights. I mean, having all of those men-at-arms looks intimidating, but it's one of those numbers things where it looks a lot worse than it really is. And even though they can throw their spears, there's simply no match for better armored soldiers like swordsmen. Swordsmen, I really do like swordsmen. They're slow, but very effective once they get there. So, there we are. Victory already. How about that? So in 2 episodes, I managed to get it done. Quite happy about that. Losing some popularity though. Let's reduce tax rate a little bit. And also our inn. Holy smokes, okay. I thought our inn took some damage, apparently not. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. How many swordsmen did we have left? Oh, 83.
Prince Vlad's lust for death and destruction seemed unquenchable. And when the last of the enemy soldiers were brought to him, he took great delight in dispatching them as savagely as possible. With teeth bared and eyes burning, like the very image of the devil himself, he would slice into each one of them until they all lay dead before him. Even then he was not satisfied, and would continue to carve through their lifeless flesh, as if it were no more than pats of butter.
Okay. So how did we do in terms of gold raised? It looks like I made the most gold by a significant margin. Good to see. Of course, I made the most glory because I was killing the most troops, and I also had those statues. Made the most honor. Not by a significant margin, though. The Warlord 3 had almost the same amount of honor. He was making a lot as well. Not that these stats are all that important. Equipment lost. I didn't lose a whole lot. I'd lost swordsman, though. Let me think here. Go back one. Here we go. Yeah. I lost 300 soldiers altogether. And I know at least 100 of those were swordsmen. So the other ones are probably like crossbows and archers and other small stuff. Okay. Well, that completes mission 3 of the Evil campaign called Transylvania for Stronghold Legends, the Steam Edition. And one thing to remember is that this is a changed map. This map was rebalanced for the Steam Edition of Stronghold Legends. So previous episodes or playthroughs that you have seen of this mission are no longer possible. It's no longer possible to take out those 3 lords in the beginning of the game like it used to be. So I had to improvise, I guess you could say. It turned out into a 2-part episode, which I thought was okay. I originally edited it down from about 4 hours, I would say, to 2.5, perhaps. I think that was much more manageable. And I'm not the fastest player, I'll admit that. A lot of other people could probably play it on a much faster speed. But we got the job done. I'm proud of it. That was on the hard difficulty, so that was my objective in playing through Stronghold Legends. Remember, if you, maybe you don't remember, but originally I started this with the intent of playing through these Stronghold campaigns on the hardest difficulty. So we have succeeded in that. We have finished off Transylvania, and we'll be moving on to Chapter 4, called Crusaders, next week. So thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time.